let's talk about comments, bad comments, good comments, neutral comments. And let me just warn you up front, if you don't have a thick skin, you should get one. Because comments, sometimes I think people go out there with nothing more to do but to troll and to cause problems. And so YouTube is giving you, the creator, a lot of ability to manage the comments in a way that allows you to feel better about what you're doing and allows you a way to even assign someone else that can go in and get rid of things. The best solution for those people who do bad comments, that send you things that you just don't want to ever hear from them again, is just hide them. There's a hide option. You just click the hide option and they disappear from your feed and to never be seen again. The nice thing about it is they don't only disappear from you, they disappear from you, all of your other subscribers, and all of the viewers that are on your channel on YouTube. So this is one of the best tools that they have. Now they have other tools. I think you can ignore them. You've also got the option in there, and I have not played with this option a whole lot. I have a very thick skin. I've always been I've always encouraged people to give me feedback and be as critical as you can, because in my mind, you can't fix a problem if you don't know it exists. Now, that doesn't apply to you can be a rude a-hole and I don't care. I am still human. It does still hurt. As a matter of fact, there are times when I get comments that even though I've responded with something and 4 or 5 other subscribers come to my defense, I still feel those comments hours later. Now, sometimes that can be beneficial. When those comments are, that criticism or those comments are constructive and they just hurt, they usually allow me to create some kind of solution for it so that I'm not continuously doing the same things over and over that could be wrong. I got a feedback the other day from a guy that basically said that he didn't like the expressions of me on my videos. Now, you know, I said, well, that's a bit disappointing. And at the same time, I'm thinking, gosh, dog, that's pretty critical. I spend, hours working on a video, and this wasn't a regular video. I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours doing it and editing. It had lots of technical details. It had additional technical specs and diagrams and all kinds of stuff. And this guy threw the whole thing out and says, you're going to get a dislike, and because I don't like your expression on your thumbnail. Now, I responded to him that, hey, I'm disappointed in that, but I thought it was appropriate for the situation, and thanks for watching anyway, and I appreciate the feedback. At the time, it didn't feel like it bothered me that much. As the day went on and the subscribers took over the feedback reply, the true reply, because what I wanted to say is, hey, dude, what do you care about the stupid thumbnail if the content means something to you? But so they took over and they defended me and they took up for me, and that really made me feel better. So it turned this bad feedback into something very positive. And although I didn't even notice that it bothered me, and I could have ignored it, I could have walked away from it. Had I ignored it and walked away, I would have technically taken care of it that way, and it wouldn't have been a problem. But because I said this, later on I was able to turn this into a good thing and and actually it wasn't me that turned it into a good thing. Later on, my subscribers were able to turn this into a good thing and take up for me and say, hey guys, he spent some amount of time on this, he did this, he did that, and you look at something and it has completely, nothing to do with it. It's kind of crappy of you. And it was very satisfying to see other people doing it and not have to do it myself. It has made me a little bit more responsive to other people's comments and to make sure that when I do see things that I don't agree with, that I speak up and say something about it, because I know how it made me feel. Now, my suggestion is that you basically take your feedback and you just ignore the ones you don't like, and you don't worry about them. They will go away, and if you're super sensitive, that's the easiest way. If you are really sensitive and you have a friend that you can trust, you can give the friend moderation abilities. And with those moderation abilities, you can have that friend go in and do all the ignores and deletes and all the bans and all that kind of stuff for you and take care of it. So I think the moral of the story here is, quite simply, don't let it get to you, but we're all human. It's going to get to you. And when it does get to you, try to find ways to turn it around and use it for a positive. I know I have a colleague of mine out here on YouTube, and she got some bad feedback the other morning, and she used it as a motivation to create a video about feedback and how to handle it and that kind of stuff. And I think for her, it was more of an event. Now, in this industry, when you're building videos based on what to do when you handle feedback, it's one thing. On my solar channel, that's not my business. And my business is doing solar things. It's not handling feedback like that. So what I do is I answer all the good feedback. I try to brush off the other ones and move on. But we are human. You're not alone. It does hurt. It hurts everyone. And it is something we have to learn to have a thick skin. Use it in the best way you can to make your videos better. Use it for as constructive as you can get it to make things better the next time you send out a video, and hopefully they go away. I've also learned one important thing before I go, because this was the most important thing and the whole reason I created the video on this subject, is that 99% of people that put out bad comments, they didn't subscribe, they don't watch videos like yours normally, they clicked on something and they regret it, and they said something nasty to cause you trouble. And when you respond to it, they will never be back. They will never come back. They will never see the responses. They will never know what's happened or anything like that. And you can just let it float off into oblivion and go away. The same thing's true if you ignore them. They don't even know it's been ignored, and it doesn't matter. So handle it the best way that makes you feel good. For me, I like to just respond and say, thanks for watching, and I'm sorry I didn't live up to your expectations, and maybe next time I can. Or thank you for watching the video, and I'll see what I can do about making it better next time. Or ignore them, or just block them completely. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope if I've given you something worthwhile and something that helps you a little bit, that I'll get a like. And if you find this kind of content helpful, or I'm not doing anything here that you don't see on 1,000 other channels, but everyone has the style of people explaining things, talking about them, saying different things. If you like my style, if you like the way I word things, if you like the way I explain them, and I've earned the right for a subscription, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If I hadn't, well, watch another video. Maybe I will on the next one. Thank you so much, and thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you. Have a good day.